There's the true summit of the peak, due north, about 800, 900 feet away. This is our first viewpoint on a ridge leading up to the peak. This is a really cool rock outcrop on the west side, around 4880 in elevation. We're going to be continuing north along this ridge line to the true summit. We have a really nice view north of the Iron Mountains, including Stone Mountain and Pond Mountain straight ahead, which we hiked about a month and a half ago. And on the right are the two biggest peaks in Virginia and the Iron Mountains, White Top Mountain and Mount Rogers, poking up behind the ridge. Big open view to the west into Virginia and Tennessee. Don't really know any of these peaks. Then we have a great view south of the two tallest peaks in the Amphibolite Mountains. Elk Knob is on the left, the big hump, and Snake Mountain is on the right with the double knob. And you can see through Pottertown Gap, Grandfather Mountain in the distance there. And on the right to the south, southwest, those are the Roan Highlands. And in the distance, you can maybe see some of the Bald Mountains, Newfound Mountains, and possibly the Great Smoky Mountains. We have really great visibility today, but they would be probably 75 miles plus in that direction.
Surprised to see a snake though this time of year.
Yeah. You know, I bet because it was a lot warmer a few days ago, it came out and now it's freezing. That's why it's found a little snake, even though it's like 40 degrees up here and there's frost. Don't know what kind, but it's tiny. I'll show you. Very tiny. On the southern sub-peak of the peak, just above 5,100 feet, there's some really cool rock outcrops on the west side of this sub-peak. Got a great view south. Earlier, I think we're on that, somewhere around there, or possibly around here. I'm not quite sure. We've been on this ridge for a while. Great open views. Over here, I believe, is Old Field Bald. And down here is the Long Hope Creek Gorge. And Jonathan is up there through the trees on one of the other rocks. There's the true summit of the peak, due north, about 800, 900 feet away. We just bagged the true summit of the peak, which is somewhere up there in that cluster of trees and shrubs. It's listed on Peakbagger and on most older maps as 5160 plus, but I saw on one of the newest satellite images it listed as 5,214 feet. It is the high point of Ashe County, and it's one of the 50 highest county high points in the eastern US. And it's listed as one of the toughest, 25 toughest peaks to bag by prominent peak bagger Ricky Short. There's not a view from the summit, but there's a lot of really cool rocks and cliffs on the west side. And we get a wide open view north of the Iron Mountains, with Pond and Stone Mountain on the left and White Top and Mount Rogers straight ahead. You can see there's some snow remaining along Wilburn Ridge, just to the right of Mount Rogers. I'm about to finish the hike, in the last few hundred yards on the road. I never did an intro segment, so I'll let you know that it's Saturday, March 31st. We began the hike around 10 a.m. It's pretty cold, upper 30s when we started. There's still frost on the ground, but throughout the day it's warmed up. Probably in the mid 50s right now, nice and sunny. No more frost. Just after 2 o'clock, so the hike's gonna last around 4 hours and just under 6 miles long. The peak is protected by the Elk Knob game land. It's located in the northwestern Amphibolite Mountains of North Carolina, and it's just above 5,200 feet. Many people consider it one of the toughest peak bags in North Carolina. Definitely was a difficult hike. The first 2 miles was about an 1,100, 1,200 foot elevation change straight up on a forest road that was pretty rocky and muddy at times. And then from there, it's about a mile up and down a ridge line, gaining from 4,700 to 5,000, back down and up. Really faint trail with a lot of bushwhacking, especially the final steep bushwhack to the high point. But a lot of cool rock outcrops, mainly facing west. A lot of great views. We had a good time. We're glad we knocked this one off the list. I wouldn't recommend it unless you know what you're doing. There's a lot of ways you can get in trouble on that ridge. Pretty steep, very eroded trail, if there is a trail at times. But hope you enjoyed the video. We might do another hike today, I'm not sure. Pretty beat from this. My feet are killing me from the downhill, getting some hot spots. But it's getting warm, and hopefully I'll get out next week. We'll see you guys next time on the trail.